Now we are going to see what we are going to do with all the tools we have installed using block diagram. Without further introduction, let's get into it and explain things. So we have installed Python, then we have installed VS Code, and then Wireshark. So these are the three items we have installed. Now this is the laptop we are having. Inside that, what we are going to do is we are going to launch two Python applications. So two Python applications. So one is a client and another is a server. So this is a client and server. This Python application is similar to the web browser, which is Firefox in our case, which we use to access Google. And this is equivalent to the Google server. At least that is what we are trying to simplify the server. But at the moment, all this is running inside the same machine. This is the laptop, which we are seeing this particular presentation right now. Now this client will establish a network connection to the server and the server will respond back. That is the simple program we are trying to achieve. And this is going through something called loopback address. We will see that, the loopback, which means that there is no actual network communication. There's no real network traffic generating because it's all happening inside one single computer. At the end of the day, the networking is all about making different computers talk to each other. But in this case, there is only one computer, so it's all just inside the same machine, no real networking. Now the use of Python is to run these programming. These programs will be running inside Python. So let me draw that. So these programs will be inside the Python runtime. That's what I'm drawing right now. The blue color is Python. The client is also running inside Python. Now, what is the purpose of Visual Studio Code? Visual Studio Code we are using to debug these Python application. So the whole thing is running from Visual Studio Code. VS Code is nothing but serving the purpose of a text editor to edit these programs right here, along with controlling the Python a little bit to debug the program as well, which we will see shortly. Again, debugging Visual Studio Code Python, I recommend my Python training, not getting into much details of it here because our focus here is networking. So we'll be using VS Code to run these Python application and debug, while the actual application itself is running inside Python. Now, what is the purpose of Wireshark? So Wireshark is going to run outside of all these things. It has nothing to do with Visual Studio Code or it has anything to do with Python. What it is going to do is it is going to intercept this particular traffic right here, and it will show you what is going through this communication. That is the purpose of Wireshark. And we will look at the data, the actual binary digits transferred from the client to server and the server to client. That is the exercise we are trying to do in the next few sessions. We'll get into the details of it throughout the training, but for the time being, we'll see all these things in working. So Python to run the code, Visual Studio Code to debug and make our life easier to deal with Python, and Wireshark to intercept the traffic. That's the purpose of these three items. To conclude, we have seen our plan of action, the relation between all the different things we are going to deal with. Now, let's get into the code and see how things works.